Nikki Clarke Show here live at the Hart and Crown, 67 Clarence Street in the Buy Market area in Ottawa, Ontario, the capital of Canada. And how's everybody doing? All right. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love Ottawa. I love the energy, and it's great to be back. I see some familiar faces, and we're really going to have a fantastic show. But before we start, let me ask you something. What time is it?
Hot Topics!
That's right, it's time for Hot Topics, and joining me in the Hot Topics seat is my good friend Sophia Jacob. Welcome her. Isn't she lovely?
Thank you.
Yeah, she's looking great.
You, yeah.
Sophia Jacob of Sophia J Events.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for setting this up for me. It's
Absolutely.
been amazing since I got here.
Yeah.
Great stuff. So I guess people are wanting to know like what hot topics are. They are what's trending in social media, what people are talking about when they get together at the water cooler at work. One of them is Kevin Hart.
Yes.
You're a heartthrob, huh?
I am.
Did you hear about Kevin Hart?
Yeah. Yes. Has anybody else heard about Kevin Hart? I heard lots.
Okay, spill. Let's hear.
Yeah, so Kevin Hart decided to cheat on his lovely pregnant wife.
Why?
Yeah,
Why?
it's I don't know why he did it. In an interview some months back, he was saying that he was young the first time, too young. Him and his first wife were just too young and things like that. And at this point in his life, he's ready for the marriage and he's all set. And then somebody decided to dip out a tape with him with another woman. So they wanted to extort money from him. So instead of them trying to extort money, he decided to say, I'm going to get out in front of it and put himself on blast, you know? So, wow, Kevin Hart. Yeah.
Well, I mean, at least he came clean and he told his wife and the world, right?
And the world.
Do you think she'll forgive him?
For me personally, I hope she doesn't.
Yeah.
Kevin is a repeat offender.
So,
I'm not impressed with Kevin Hart right now. You claim to have been too young the first time, and you repeat these actions, and you haven't learned anything. So in not learning anything, it seems like you're not going to change. So why do you want a beautiful woman to ruin her life? And you know what? Right now, she's in a very intimate time and space, and she needs you to be there, but you decided to ruin that and bring everybody into her life at a time where she needs you. You guys need that time to be together before somebody else comes into your life that you have to share her love with. So you ruined it, my friend. So I'm not a fan of you, Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
I love your jokes. I love your comedy. You are a great comedian, and your vibe is great for that. But everything else, sorry.
but you're not feeling his personal life right now.
I am not feeling your personal
I
life.
think maybe he needs deliverance.
Absolutely.
I have a good pastor who can work with him.
Yeah.
So some other stuff's going on. Today, I was taking a look at the news feed, and in St. John, New Brunswick, a 12-year-old boy goes to McDonald's, okay? And he has his Tupperware container of all the money he saved. He saved actually 3 loonies, 2 quarters, and $7 in dimes. So he puts it in front of the counter and he says, I'd like to have my Junior Mac combo, please. Yeah. And the server says, sorry, we don't take anything over $5 in change. And rejected him right then and there in front of everybody. So this really nice man saw the whole thing go down, and he lays down a $5 bill and he says, don't worry, take care of it. So wasn't that horrible?
Yeah,
it actually went
pretty
viral.
Yeah.
So
I'm sorry. Why are you going to treat a little boy like that? He's plunking down the little bit of money that he has.
he's showing responsibility, you know, to pay for his own stuff.
And you know what? Give him the junior. That way, you take the money, and he knows that an exchange happened, and he's learning a great lesson. But instead, you wanted to scold him. That's going to be great for you and now your company.
Well, in McDonald's defense, the spokesperson said that the change had to be properly labeled and you know sorted out in a way that it was easy for them to count. So it was too time consuming. So they decided to shut it down.
Come on, McDonald's. We plunked down pennies in front of you and a sack full of pennies, and you've taken every penny. So come on.
I'm not going to buy that one. No. Sorry, that's not happening. Another situation with a little boy, and this happened in Toronto, my hometown. A mother was completely blown away that her 8-year-old son, first day of school, was put in a cop car, in restraints, and brought to the hospital and injected with a sedative.
Oh my God, for what?
For acting up in class.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Well, this little boy, apparently, he has a learning disability, and he also has behavioral issues.
Right.
So because of his wiring, his developmental challenge,
Right.
the teachers knew that he was a runner. He likes to run out of class.
Right.
So he exhibited this behavior, and without the mother's consent, the principal took the decision to take this course of action against this little boy. Can you imagine the trauma?
The trauma for the mother getting this phone call that
Yeah.
you gave my child a sedative. I know the lawyers are coming with me, and the police are coming for one of us. I don't know who yet. Yeah, because you're going to give my child a sedative, and you didn't ask my permission. What if the child were to pass away, God forbid?
Yeah.
Can't have those things happen.
Unbelievable.
Sorry.
That's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we need to have a little bit. Well, I think whoever is in that administration needs a little bit more sensitivity and training with children with special needs.
That's it.
And what happened to the parents' rights in this situation?
The parents definitely are the number one. For me, regardless if the parents, or the school is there, the parents are the number one boss, even over the teachers, even over the principal. When it comes to your child, you birth that child, you raise that child, you're sending them there for an education. I'm not sending them there for you to drug up my child or discipline them in any harsh actions.
Absolutely,
No,
absolutely.
no.
So not impressed with that at all. But I have some good news to share with you all. September 27th is my acclimation meeting. And after a lot of hard work, door knocking and phone calls, the NDP have made it official that I will be declared as an MPP candidate for Mississauga Malton.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Congratulations,
So,
Nikki. You
thank you.
absolutely deserve it. What a blessing for you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah.
So I'm going to need your support,
We are
Sophia, and
definitely
everybody else.
supportive of you. Absolutely.
Yes, awesome. It's really important for everyone to exercise their right to vote. We
That's
live in a
right.
democracy, and we really need to use the power of the vote
Absolutely.
to make things happen for us.
That's right.
Awesome.
That's
So
right.
we've got a great show, Sophia.
Yeah.
We've got a lineup of some stellar guests. They've got great talent, great heart, and just so happy that they're here at Hart and Crown. What a
Yeah,
great alignment.
it is.
So you don't want to go anywhere. We're here, the Nikki Clarke Show live, Hart and Crown. Come right back.
Amazing.
Welcome back. Welcome back. We've got a fantastic lady with us today. The show's premise is about transforming lives one story at a time, and we definitely have a woman who is transforming lives of others in her community. So please put your hands together for the founder of Hart Zone, Suzan Hart.
Thank you. So excited to be here.
Thank you. Thank you so much for being here. And I was saying, man, you've got great shoulders.
Past competitor, past competitive bodybuilding. Yeah.
Bodybuilding.
Yeah.
Wow. How
Yeah.
long were you competing?
Oh, I think I competed for about 6 to 8 years.
Wow, that's a lot of dedication.
It created a lot of discipline and in my life, and it carries over, I think, in everything I do today.
Okay.
So
Excellent.
yeah. But lots of work for sure.
It is.
Yeah,
It is.
yeah.
So I tip my hat to you and others who are, very disciplined when it comes to training and getting ready for something like that. So
Thank
tell me
you.
about Hart Zone and how that started.
Oh my goodness. So Hart Zone started probably about 10 years ago in terms of an idea. And it was born out of my journey to just truly change my life. So if you can imagine 16 years ago, my background is family, individual, and group counseling. So I went to work in my field, like as most of us do, climbed that proverbial ladder, and went into management, and then one day looked up and realized I was physically exhausted, financially upside down, $50,000 in credit card debt, losing weight, and totally unhappy, and kind of wondering, well, how did this end up being my life? And realizing that what I was doing, although I loved it, didn't get me what I wanted. And I think that's something that most people face. So I began to pray for an answer. And I think my upset was that in my mind, I had done it right. 7 years of post-secondary education, went to work in my field, did the things I was supposed to do. How could this be my life? So I started looking and asking. And I got introduced to the profession of network marketing. And in that, got introduced to a company that allowed me to just begin to reclaim my health through health and nutrition. And I realized my health had been so far on the back burner while I was taking care of everyone else that I had totally forgotten it. The other thing that it had me begin to look at was actually how I was making my money. And I would say to people that I was really kind of chasing money, you know, work hard, have a great job, trading time for dollars, and I didn't actually understand how wealth was created. So as I entered into network marketing and got educated, I began to realize that wealth is not trading time for dollars. Wealth is a leverage thing. And most of us are wanting time freedom, and as long as you're trading time for dollars, you're not really going to be totally free. So on my journey to really just take back my life, I began to share with people what I was learning. And Hart Zone was truly born out of my own journey to my own freedom, right? So the journey that allowed me to go from totally financially upside down to right side up.
How long did it take?
Oh my goodness. You know, it took probably about 3 to 4 years. And then it's just been a continuous progression as time has gone on. And I think it's a journey that continues. You know, all our journeys are continuing, so it's not ending.
Absolutely. Yeah. So now you have the Hart Zone, and it was founded when?
We founded about 8 years ago.
8 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay. And so who comes to see you?
You know, I tend to work with hardworking, result-driven business professionals, entrepreneurs, and parents. And I think those are the individuals that, like me, look up and go, oh my gosh, you know, what happened? Where's my life? And usually their health is out of whack. Their money's not where they want it to be, and their time isn't where they want it to be, and they're looking for an answer. They're looking for a solution. And so for us, it is really beginning to have people actually line up what they do with why they do it.
Right.
Right? And I think we all often love what we do, but it doesn't necessarily get you to what you want in life.
Sure.
And so for me, it's really just a kind of exploration in terms of does what you do for a living line up with your values, your beliefs, your principles, your commitment, and your dreams and vision for your life. And oftentimes it's not. So we focus on helping people get their health back on track, helping them really look at how they're allotting their time in their life, and is it where they truly want it to be, and also helping people really look at living life on their own terms, and that comes through financial freedom. That comes through making the money that you deserve to make to live the life of choice.
Okay.
So we look in those areas with people.
All right. So someone says to you, Suzanne, I want to earn $1 million. I want to be able to have $1 million. So do you sit with them and create kind of like a needs assessment, and then you help them put all the pieces together to make that happen?
So what we do is we kind of look at the mindset behind what's standing in the way of that $1 million. So I'm not a financial planner. I'm not a person who helps people build businesses or that sort of thing. But what I look at is, where are you today? And do the habits, beliefs, and values you have that guide your life actually allow you to go on that journey? Okay. So for me, what I found out was I was where I was because there were things I didn't know, right? My life wasn't set up for me to have any level of financial freedom, right? So I had to change habits. I had to change habits around my money. I had to change habits around my health. I had to change a lot of my beliefs about money and finances. There was many things that I had to shift. And so I began to realize that anything I want in life begins here.
Sure.
Right? And it begins with the identity I have of myself. So who do I believe myself to be, and what do I believe I can achieve? So for most people, it's really beginning to get that exploration and have them begin to line their life up so they're actually going in that direction.
Sure. It's like existentialism. I think, therefore I am.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's where the behavior starts.
Absolutely. And you know, and whether it be health, whether it be wealth, whether it be anything you want in life, you must see it here first. You must believe it here first, and I think then you begin to talk about it, and then you begin to act. And when all those things start to align, that's when things start to change, and that's the inner work.
Awesome. So if you can see it, you can achieve it. So
Yes.
tell us, how can people find you?
Absolutely. You can find me at Suzan at SuzanHart.com, and that's SuzanHart.com, or you can email me at Suzan at SuzanHart.
Awesome. Suzanne, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah,
It's a
my
pleasure.
Suzanne Hart, everybody. We'll be back.